Now, let's just say that one day, for whatever reason, okay, we don't know why, but 100 men aging, and they range from 15 to 65 years old, okay? They are mysteriously transplanted onto this island in a safe spot. They come from different countries. They do not speak the same language. They are of different ethnicities. They are all poor people in their countries. They don't have much education. So they're there, and they realize quickly that the situation is utterly hopeless. There's no escape from this island. These monkeys are everywhere, and they are tough warriors. And the situation looks bleak. They don't even speak the same language. They don't have a common culture. So at this point, you would imagine that they would feel hopeless and just lie down and die. But in reality, what happens is the opposite. What happens is that in this hopeless situation, they find a drive, a purpose, a spirit to fight for each other. And what will happen really quickly, okay, and this is really interesting, is the first thing that they will do is they will develop a common language. They don't speak the same language. Some speak Chinese, some speak English, some speak Spanish, some speak Russian, doesn't matter. They will very quickly develop a common language. And then what they will do is, with this common language, they will start to tell each other stories of where they come from. And then these stories will become a common myth, a founding myth of why they're here. And they come to believe that God has chosen them to save the world, and that's why they're here. Then what they will do is, with this new religion, they will start to develop rituals to reinforce this religion. These rituals include sex. Okay? So these men will have sex. And the reason why is to create intimacy and bonding among them. And there'll be a lot of religious rituals as well. Another thing that they will do is pick a leader. There's 100 of them. They need a leader to organize them. And so we can imagine that during the leadership election, everyone gets up to speak. Now, the man who's 65, he is wise. He has experience. He has strategies. So he delivers a very powerful speech, inspiring everyone and telling people how they can survive against the flesh-eating monkeys. Okay, so he's really smart. Then suddenly you have a man up here who's 15 years old, or 16, or 17, okay? He is not articulate. He has no ideas. What he does is this. He stands in front of everyone, and he's bold, and he's brave, and he looks at everyone without saying a word. He shows them his hand, okay? He shows them his hand. Then from his pocket, he takes out a knife, okay? And then he cuts off his hand in front of everyone. And he does not cry. He just looks at everyone as though nothing happened. Let me ask you this question. Who does everyone pick to be their leader? The second person, obviously, right? The man who has shown sacrifice and commitment and devotion to everyone else. The old man has ideas, and he will become the advisor to the leader, but the leader is the man who is most willing to die for everyone else. And so in this situation, the bravest among them will come and emerge as the leader. And as such, what will happen is that these people, these men, will become extremely inspired and devoted. Even though they are weak, they will learn to become strong. Even though they are poor and uneducated, they will learn to be wise and clever and strategic. They will radically transform themselves. And ultimately, what will happen is the idea of cohesion. Cohesion like brothers. Cohesion like a family. They will understand each other, even though they're from different cultures. even though they have different backgrounds. They will understand each other better than they understand their own children and their own wives. And this cohesion will lead to something called synchronicity. Synchronicity. Synchronicity is when people act in unison together. Okay? So a very simple example of synchronicity is a sports team, right? When you watch a soccer match, how is that soccer team able to work together? Well, because of synchronicity, because their minds are alike. It's what we call a hive mind. And this allows for something called telepathy. They're able literally to think and act as one. So let me give an example of this. Let's just say these men, they're sleeping, but one of them wanders off to collect wood. And then he's attacked by monkeys. It doesn't matter if he screams because he's too far away. Would his comrades know that he's in danger? They would. Okay? And the example here is, let's just say you're a mother and you have children, okay? And one of them goes off to France on a vacation. But then while he's in France, he gets hit by a car and he's hospitalized. Would you as a mother know that your son is in danger? Would you feel it? He hasn't called you, you don't know about this, but in your heart, would you know it? The answer is yes, you would know it. You would feel something is wrong. You would get on the phone and try to call your son. You can't reach your son, you would call the police, okay? You don't know what's happening, but something in your heart is telling you, I need to get in touch with my son. Okay, and that's how the hive mind works. That's how synchronicity works. Let's look at another example. Let's just say that one day, there's 10 of you and you're all collecting wood. And then suddenly you're attacked by 100 flesh-eating monkeys. There's a bridge that you've created, okay? It's a rope bridge. 9 get across the bridge, all right? But you're the last person, okay? And all the monkeys are about to descend on you. And you know that if the monkeys get across, your comrades are dead. So what do you do in this situation? Yeah, you cut the rope, okay? You die. You didn't think about it. You just kill yourself because what matters is not your life. What matters is the family. What matters is the team. And we know about this because in war, what often happens is in trench warfare, the enemy will throw a grenade into the trench, right? There's not enough time to pick up that grenade and throw it away. So what soldiers do is they will jump on the grenade and absorb the explosion, thus killing himself. It happens instantaneously. No one thinks about it. You just do it because what matters is saving your comrades. And this is what happens. Okay?